Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's topic is social influence. Before we start today's topic, imagine a simple scene. You are sitting with your friends and they all say a new movie is amazing. You are not even planning to watch it, but suddenly you feel it like going. Why? The small push you feel is called social influence. The social influence means our thoughts, feelings, and behavior change because of other people. Sometimes because of a whole group, or sometimes because of just one person. Sometimes it's strong, sometimes it's stubborn, sometimes we know it's happening, sometimes we don't even realize it, but it's always around us, shaping our decisions every day. Kellman, a famous social psychologist, said that people don't respond to influence in the same way. We respond in three different ways, and each one tells a story about how human behavior works. The first one is compliance. Means I will agree, but only from outside. Means sometimes we agree just to avoid trouble or to fit in. For example, your boss cracks a joke that isn't funny. You laugh, not because it's hilarious, but because it's safer to smile. Inside you don't really agree. That is compliance. Okay. The second one is identification. Means I want to be like them. It means here we follow someone because we admire them. We copy their style, their habits, their decision. A student dressing like their favorite actor or trying to speak like a popular senior. This is identification. Okay. The third one is internalization. Means I truly believe in this. Means this is the deepest level. You follow a value even when no one is watching. For example, you speak the truth not because parents told you, not because society expects it, but because you believe honesty is right. This change stays with you for a life. So Kelman helps us see outside agreement, copying others, and true belief. All are different forms of influence. Okay. Now, social influence doesn't come only from experiments or theories. It comes from the people around us. That is every single day. The first one is family. They give us the earliest lessons like respect elders, share with siblings, and don't lie. And a child who grows up seeing parents help neighbors naturally learns kindness. Okay, next one is friends or peers. They influence our fashion, our slang, our hobbies, even our study habits. A friend preparing seriously for UPSC can motivate you to study harder. A group that wastes time can pull you into that cycle. Okay, this is how that works. The next one is society or media. The festivals, customs, local traditions, these shape our behavior deeply. The touching the feet of elders, removing shoes before entering a temple, this comes from cultural influence. Okay, and in media, the movies change our dreams, advertisement change our choices. Suddenly everyone wants a new phone because an actor promotes it. So influence is everywhere, in family, friends, society, screens. We are shaped by all of them in subtle ways. From all these sources, two big types of influence emerge. The first one is normative influence. Means we change behavior because we want to be liked, accepted, or included. For example, you dress a certain way because your group prefers it. The second one is informational influence. Means we follow others because we think they know better, especially when the situation is confusing or unfamiliar. These two influences guide most of our daily decision. The best example is the famous Ash experiment 1955. The participants had to match the length of lines. That is a very easy task. But here the twist, when everyone in the group gave a wrong answer, many participants also gave the same wrong answer. Why? Not because they believed it was correct, but because they didn't want to look odd or be judged. This is a normative influence. That is, we often choose acceptance over accuracy. Next, the example for informational influence. Informational influence works differently here. The goal is not acceptance, it's a certainty. For example, you are in a new city and don't know where the bus stop is. You simply follow the crowd, assuming they know better. For another example, imagine there is a smoke in a building. People start running in one direction. You don't stop to evaluate. You assume they know the safe exit and follow. For another example, students often follow a topper's book list or strategy. Why? Because toppers seem more knowledgeable. So informational influence is basically saying, I will follow you because you probably know the right way. Okay. Next, sixth principle of social influence. Scholars have identified 6 universal principles that guide how influence works everywhere. That is in homes, classrooms, office, markets. The first one is reciprocity. Means I should give back. If someone helps you during preparation, you feel like helping them later. Even a simple smile creates a smile in return, right? The second one is commitment and consistency. Means once we commit publicly, we try hard to stay consistent. If you announce your study plan online, you feel pressure to follow it, right? The next one is social proof. Means crowded restaurants feel safer, popular coaching material feel more reliable. We assume the majority cannot be wrong. Overall, it means if everyone is doing it, it must be right. That is the meaning of social proof. The next one is liking. Means we buy products recommended by influencers we admire. We prefer leaders who are friendly and warm. It means, overall, it means I trust people I like. Okay. Next one is authority. We follow a doctor's prescription without argument. We trust instructions coming from officials or teachers. Overall, it means experts must be correct. The next one is scarcity. When an ad says limited seats, we feel urgency even if we weren't planning to buy. These 6 principles guide nearly all marketing, leadership and persuasions today. Let's now connect influence with the norms. That is another key ethics concept. Norms are unwritten rules that tell us how to behave in society. They make social life predictable, smooth and organized. For example, standing in a queue, switching off phones in a library and removing shoes before entering a temple or greeting elders with respect. We follow these rules so that society runs peacefully. Now, sociologists and psychologists look at norms differently. Sociologists view norms are the glue that holds society together. Rules like don't steal, drive safely, and pay taxes help maintain order and stability. And also psychologists view norms also exist in smaller groups, that is in classrooms, office, hostel rooms. For example, in class, raise your hand before speaking, and in office, reach meeting on time, and in friend circle, sharing notes and don't reveal secrets, like that. So norms operate at both levels, big society and small groups, but their purpose is the same, that is to guide behavior. And that's it for today's class. We covered social influence, Kahneman's theory, types of influence and 6 principles and how norms guide our behavior. I hope this session helped you understand the topic in a simple and connected way. I will upload the next topic very soon. Till then, like, share and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching.